Hello folks, hello, how you doing? Nice to be back again so soon. This time I didn't wait too much to do a video. In this video I'm just going to show some 45s that I've been holding on to for months, it seems like. And trust me, I had a big stack of 45s I haven't shown on camera before. I picked some of the better ones, or what I would think are the better ones, just so this video won't be long, but it'll probably be long anyway. Sorry, let's get started. This is a picture disc, 7-inch, for Peter Gabriel, Shock the Monkey. I was really stunned to see this. Did not know this existed, and I love that song, Shock the Monkey. Shock the Monkey. And now when I think about it, I don't know which side is up on this. I'm assuming this is it. But anyway, there we go. And then there's the back of it right there. I love Peter Gabriel's solo material, especially in the 80s, but you know, all his solo material usually is real interesting, very good. He's one of my favorite artists, actually, and so cool to have something rare of his. So Peter Gabriel, Shock the Monkey on a picture disc, 7-inch, it's so cool. These are really cool. I had these before, but not quite like this. It's two from the Police for the song Don't Stand So Close to Me. There we go. And there's the back of it. The reason this cuts off is because this whole cover is a poster. And that's what I liked about it. Here's the record. And I have a couple of copies of this 45, but none that came with the poster. So cool. And then the B-side is a song called Friends, which now at this moment I can't remember what it sounds like. I did listen to both songs. Anyway, it folds up to this poster right here. Really nice. There's a nice picture of them from the early 80s. And there we go. So really nice there. I'm a huge Police fan. It was Stuart Copeland that got me interested in the drums in the first place. But watching him play was a very intimidating thing to me. I looked at him playing, I thought, God, that looks so cool, but there is no way in the world I could ever do what he does. I mean, he's probably been drumming since he was a little boy. His parents probably got him the best music and drum teachers to teach him how to play, and he's probably been doing it since he was 4 or 5 years old. I was like 14, I think so at the time, and was too intimidated to give it a shot. But Stuart Copeland is the one that actually sparked my interest for drumming. Then I would later finally break down and become a drummer and just give it a shot. Okay, here's the next one, and this song I really love, Spirits in the Material World. Really cool. This one, like the other, folds out into a poster. Here's the record. And yeah, real cool song. The back is the song called Low Life, which is a really cool song. Sting had on one of his very first live album, and his band for that album did a cover of Low Life, as well as some other Police tunes, which you can see in the movie Bring on the Night. But anyway, this folds out into a poster, and really cool, really cool. I'm so glad I found these. I didn't know these existed, so really cool to have this in the collection. It made me really happy. Being, like I said, huge Police fan. I've been a fan with him since I was like 12 or 13. And God, to have these rare things in my collection really makes me happy. So, Spirits and Material, the Police, with a fold-out folder, fucking badass. Here's another 80s band that was real popular, the B-52s. This is Private Idaho. A couple years back, just before COVID hit, I got to see B-52s in concert for the first time. It was them, Berlin, and OMD. This is a couple of years ago. And B-52s were the headlining band. They were the headliners, and they were awesome. They were awesome. It turned into a huge dance party out there, and it was a summertime show, and God, it was good. It was so good. All the bands were good, but particularly B-52s. They owned it that night, and they were great. And I would love to see them again. So, really cool. I know I saw them very late in their career, but hey, better late than never. They put on a good show, and I was really entertained and had a great time watching them play. And then right after that, COVID hit. Wow. All right, let's just keep it moving along. This is from The Who, Long Live Rock. Another one of my drumming heroes is Keith Moon. There's a cool picture of him with the band there. And nice color on the picture on the backside. So really nice. So Long Live Rock, and the B-side we have I Am the Face and My Wife. I think My Wife was a live version, so very cool to get a live version on here on the B-side. Just show the record real quick. The Who's going to be around here in October, and I think I'm going to get it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a ticket. I might as well say I am, but there's the record for Long Live Rock by The Who. Yeah, they're coming to, well, not here, but Sacramento, which is very close to here, about an hour away. And the new arena we have here called the Golden One Center, or there, I should say. And they're going to be here in October. I'm very interested in seeing that show, and I've never seen The Who live before in person. And I would have loved to see him with Entwistle and Keith Moon, but just missed that by some years. But still interested in seeing The Who. They're a classic band, and I know I'm going to love that. Now, this is a 45 I've been after for a while, and I couldn't believe how hard it was to finally track down, but now I got it. It's from Big Country, the song In a Big Country, which is the big hit from them that everybody knows from this band. And I love this song. It's a great song, so it's nice to finally have the 45 for it. I think a few months back, I scored a live record from Big Country, one of their concerts from the late 90s, I believe, and my God, it was great. With 3 record set, and this song was included on it, of course. And it sounds fantastic live. It sounds great on this little record. I really love it, and you know, it's the same song on both sides. So, but a real classic 80s song. I guess this is one of those songs, either you like it or you hate it. There's no lukewarm reception of the song. Either you're down with it or you're not. And I'm down with it. And the drummer in this band's really good. I can't remember his name, but real talented drummer. Shows it on all the tracks. Shows it on the live record I have. The guy can bring the goods behind the drum set. So Big Country, In a Big Country. So happy to finally have that on a 45. Oh no, this is so awesome. I'm a big Prince fan. I love collecting Prince 45s. And this one is somewhat of a newer song of his. Welcome to America by Prince. At first I thought this was a record store day release, but the guy behind the counter told me no, it was just a special release, and this was a limited edition pressing, and it's numbered on the back. I got number 647 for this really cool vinyl release. We have the recorded version of Welcome to America, as well as the live version of it, which is called Dreamer, Welcome Back to America. On the B-side, it's the live version recorded in Los Angeles. Really nice. It's on colored vinyl, so it looks really cool. Here's the studio version of Welcome to America. Nice gold colored vinyl. The B-side, the live version I was talking about, Dreamer, Welcome to America. Very cool addition to go in my Prince 45 collection, which is starting to get quite big now. Maybe that could be a separate video. I mean, I don't have everything he's ever put out as a 45, but I have quite a bit. I mean, I don't have every album he's ever produced on vinyl, so, and I don't know if I ever will. I just collect the ones that I was familiar with or liked, and maybe I should try to take a chance on some of them. But anyway, really cool 45 Prince, Welcome to America. Great song. I actually dig that song. Okay, 3 from ABBA because I love collecting their 45's. They were such a big band in the 70s and early 80s, and that's when the time of vinyl. So here's one for their song SOS. Look at those long legs. Nice. So really cool. I had this on a 45 before. I just like this cover. I think it's a cool cover. It's in pretty good shape too, considering how old it is. I was lucky to get a good copy of it, and it's on the Polydor label. Sorry, Polydor label. So, SOS ABBA. Speaking of which, their Avatar show should be starting in about a month and a half or so, or almost 2 months from now, in London, not in America, and I'm just excited to hear news about it. I love me a good pop song, and they're amazing with pop songs. Alright, next one up is the song Fernando. Again, another one I had on a 45, but great cover, and there's a back, an advertisement. Beautiful song. Frida, I think, pretty much takes the lead on this one. Her voice sounds great on this song. And back with the song Tropical Loveland. Tropical Loveland on the B-side. So there we are. Fernando. The one song I do remember from back in the day. I don't remember all their songs from back in the day, but that one I remember hearing on the radio a lot. So really glad to have scored this. And one more, and then we're done with ABBA. Super Trooper, with the Piper being the B-side track. I had this in a box set, and it was on colored vinyl. A special box set for the anniversary of the album Super Trooper, and it had all the singles. But I wanted one from back in the day that was in good condition. I finally found one. I found it before, but it was so beat up I just passed. This one was in great shape, and it looks really good. And same label as Fernando, Polydor. Such a great pop band. They wrote some amazing pop songs. The girls' voices sound so good together. What's not to like, really? I mean, once you get past the song sounding like bubblegum pop music, which I don't think it does, but that's what people say about it. Great band. Here's another good female lead singer, Stevie Nicks, After the Glitter Fades. I've never seen this on a 45 before. From her album Belladonna, which I think was her first solo album. So really cool to collect her stuff. Like I said, I've never seen this on a 45. I didn't even know the song was a single at one time, to tell the truth. And there we go. After the Glitter Fades from Stevie Nicks. Really cool. Well, I was trying to think of what was the B-side. Think About It. The song Think About It is the B-side track. I got a pretty decent collection of her solo material on 45s and Fleetwood Macs. That's another collection that's getting kind of big. Because I always find their stuff out there. First time I ever seen this one. So this was interesting, so I had to snatch it up just because I didn't know it existed. Really cool when that happens. We're going to keep moving. Another classic rock band is Foreigner for the song Dirty White Boy. Great song. Great song, cool energy. It's catchy as all hell. I love it, and love listening to it. And let's see what the label is. Oh, it's on the Atlantic label. Very cool song. I don't have much Foreigner. I do like the band. I think I have like one or two of their 45s, so it's kind of nice to get a nice collection going. I think the reason I don't collect them that much is because classic rock radio plays their stuff what feels like every 5 minutes. So that's why I was never, I didn't put any importance on collecting them. But maybe I should. All right, a couple of R&B singles from the band, the SOS band, The Finest. This was a great song. I bought this when this album came out. I believe it was 86 or 87. I bought it like like the week it came out, because I was kind of raised on what is now considered old school R&B music. I loved R&B music, and I remember when this record dropped, I had to get it, and I believe this was the first single off of this album. It was produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. After this album dropped, they would later go on to produce Janet Jackson's Control. So if you listen to this record, The Finest from SOS Band, you can hear that Janet Jackson Control sound, and then a year later, that's who they would work with, and that's what they would release. And you can hear it in this record. It kind of has that sound to it. Fucking badass album. Borrowed Love was probably my favorite song on this record, but The Finest is a really good song too. So really cool to find a single for it with a picture sleeve. Cool 80s R&B track. For Michael Jackson, Want to Be Starting Something. Another 45 I had before, but it was a part of a whole set on red vinyl. I just thought it'd be cool to have the original thing on black vinyl. And it's basically the same song on both sides. But really cool track. Probably my favorite track on Thriller, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, there's Billie Jean and Beat It. Human Nature and this song, I think, are the two top tracks for me on Thriller. But that's just me. Here goes a woman that knows how to sing. Sade, Never As Good As the First Time. This woman has such a beautiful voice. I love her music. I wouldn't say I had every record from her. I think I'm missing maybe a couple. Her later releases, but all her 80s and early 90s releases. Plus I got the greatest hits. And starting to collect a lot of her singles on 45 records. She's awesome. She's absolutely awesome. And yeah. And there's the label. I wish I had seen her live. I missed my chance to see her live, and that's a shame, because I really am a fan of her music, fan of her voice. Fantastic. Now here's a band I am definitely a huge fan of, but finding their 45s is somewhat rare. It's from Rush, and it's the 45 for New World Man. Really cool song from the early 80s. This is when they were starting to move into the more synthy prog rock sound that they would be known for in the 80s, and a lot of Rush fans criticize that era, saying they're just drowned in keyboards. But I found that era of Rush to be really exciting, to tell you the truth. And there's a label, Mercury label. The B-side is a live version of the song Vital Signs. Vital Signs was the last track on Moving Pictures. So it's cool to have a live recording of that song as the B-side. So it makes this a really cool 45 to listen to. So yeah, I don't come along many Rush singles. So it's always cool to score one. Always cool. Alright, another classic rock band that I'm a huge fan of. And that band is Van Halen, for their song Finish What You Started. Now, I gotta admit, I'm not a very big fan of the song Finish What You Started, but I didn't have this 45, and I thought it'd be cool just to collect it, because I have a lot of their 45s. It was like their unplugged song, because back in those, we're talking, I think this was very early 90s when this came out, or 89. The whole MTV Unplugged thing was really taking off, and a lot of bands were going acoustic. So they did one acoustic song, and this was it. I mean, it does. I mean, even though there's some electric guitar in it too, it did have an acoustic feel to it. So there we are. It's on the Warner Brothers label. The B-side is really good. It's a song called Sucker in a Three-Piece, which is from the OU812 album, which is the album this is from. And yeah, no, this came out in 1988. That's right. It's not 90s. This came out in 1988. And it's a good song, but I don't know. When it first came out, I just had problem kind of getting into the song. as time went by, I guess I appreciated it a little bit more, but it still wasn't really my favorite Van Halen song, though it's still being played a lot at Sammy Hagar shows. And when the last 2 times I saw Van Halen, they were still playing this song live. And it was a good sing-along moment, I guess, for the crowd. But like I told you, I could never get into the song. I don't know what it was, but at least I got the collectible 45. Another one from them is the song Jump. I've seen this in the shop many times and always passed on it because Jump's another one of those songs that gets played on classic rock radio like all the time, and you get really sick of it after a while. Even though it's a good song, God, I just hear it too many times. But the B-side song is really cool, which is a House of Pain. Very cool song. And there's the label. Love me some Van Halen. I wish Eddie was still with us, but oh well. Music lives on. Getting to the end here. Here's a song I really love. And until I bought a record, I only knew of this song. It's Suzanne Vega, Luca. Great song. Such a catchy song about an abused child. And her voice sounds so great on this. And I saw like a documentary of her just a few years ago where she was describing the story of how she wrote the song, which was actually very interesting. So there we go, Luca, Suzanne Vega. Great song. Actually, in a few videos back, I actually bought the album that Luca's on, and it's a great album. And I even found one of her live records, and that was great too. So better late than never to become a fan of somebody. So I started collecting her stuff within the last year or so. All right, let's keep it moving. This is a really cool one from Simple Minds for the song Sweat and Bullet. There's actually 2 records in this. And it's a gatefold 45 record. There's the gatefold. And like Sweat and Bullet is on the side 1, as well as side 2, 20th Century and Promised Land. Side 3, Premonition. And side 4, League of Nations. It's on, and there's 2 records to this. So I'll show you one of them right now. I love collecting very early Simple Minds records and singles. Everybody knows of their 80s and Beyond, which was the song from Breakfast Club. That's the song everybody knows, and Once Upon a Time, that's a good song and that's a good album. It's probably still my favorite Simple Minds album, but if you allow yourself to listen to their early material before they made it big in America, they have some really good, interesting tracks, solid stuff, and I love listening to their earlier songs. Such a good band. And I started collecting some of their live records because they do play a lot. Here's record 2. They do play a lot of their early stuff live still, which is really cool, considering they got such a deep catalog of songs to choose from. They'll still pull out some of the old tunes, and like Chelsea Girl, they still play that song live, and that song's really old. But really cool to collect some of their stuff on a 45 record. They're hard to find because they're all UK pressings, but when you do find it, it's a great thing. Okay, this is something I just wanted. I laugh at when I look at it. It's from John Williams. It's the theme from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I love this movie. I love a lot of his scores, the Star Wars scores, Superman, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones. He does some great scores. And this is another one I really liked. It was kind of a disco version of this on this 45, but if I could find more John Williams 45s, that'd be great. I doubt I will, unless I go out and buy all the records from the movies he did scores to, but there's the label there. Really cool little thing to have in the collection. I doubt I'll listen to this hardly at all, but it was cool to find that. It was only a couple bucks. Why not? Now normally I get picture discs. I mean not pictures. Picture sleeves with my 45's. If they're just in a plain white sleeve, I usually won't buy it. But this one I really wanted so bad. It's from the Rolling Stones, and it's a 45 for Jumping Jack Flash on London Records. Doesn't have a picture sleeve, but I love that guitar riff of the song so much. It's one of my favorite guitar riffs to listen to, and absolutely love that riff. And when I bought this like a month or so ago, I kept spinning this thing. I didn't even bother with the other song, the other side, which is Child of the Moon. Because I just can't stop playing this once I start playing it. It's a great song. Classic, too. Alright, well that's going to do it. That's the last one of my 45 stash. I did leave some records out because I didn't want this video to be too long. Hopefully it wasn't that long. Anyway, leave me some comments. Let me know what you think of these, or just talk to me. When I love answering. I love reading your comments and answering back. So that'll do it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later days.